Everybody ready? Ready. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order and welcome everybody to the commission meeting February the 11th, 2023 of the Limestone County Commission. And Ellen, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Samet.
Here.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Here.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Here.
Commissioner Townsend.
Here.
Everybody present. Commissioner Samet, you'll lead us to pledge, please. Yes, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Samet. All right. Starting out, first thing on the agenda, I need a motion to approve the minutes for February the 6th of 2023. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims amount of $1,331,017.72. Do I have such a motion?
I make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale. To have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Do we have any conflicts of interest or anything coming from the commission today? Everybody's silent, so I'll take that as a no. We have no public hearing, resolutions and orders. First one on here will be, I need a motion to approve a resolution allowing the Limestone County Commission to enter into an agreement with the state of Alabama through ALDOT for the widening and additional turn lanes of Highway 127 from Bob Jones Parkway to the Upper Fort Hampton Road. This is to benefit the Elkmont Elementary School. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a resolution authorizing Limestone County to join the state of Alabama and other local governments as participation in the current and future opioid settlements. Do I have such a motion?
Make the motion.
A motion by Commissioner Gatlin, and I think
Second.
second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Commissioner Townsend, would you pull that door too, please? All right. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the chairman to execute any and all documents necessary to obtain financing for a commercial loan, including but not limited to the note and security agreement for the financing of 10 Kenworth T880S dump trucks and 2 24 model T880 lowboy tractors and 3 garbage trucks from Bryant Bank, which was approved in the last commission meeting, February the 6th. Do I have such a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Contracts, agreements, and grants and MOUs. I'll ask for a motion to approve construction agreement between the state of Alabama through ALDOT for the Limestone County Commission for the widening and additional turn lanes. Did we just do that?
This is for the agreement.
Yeah, okay. And this is for the assignment on the project of 127 at Elkmont Elementary, and this is project number STPAA-0127. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, I got a motion from, we'll go Commissioner Townsend with a motion, go Commissioner Barksdale with a second. How's that? Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a service agreement with LaOC Group for a copier in the Judge of Probate Office. This service agreement was previously left off when we done all the ones on February the 6th, so agreement. I need a motion to approve this agreement.
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. To have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve an agreement with Integral Water LLC for the placement of private sanitary sewer within the right-of-ways of the Limestone County, Alabama. Do I have such a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the Limestone County Commission to accept the local permit revenue loss for funds administrating grant awarded, start the process for disbursements. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 5 on here will be to approve, or need a motion to approve to award a contract with Howe Fencing for $88,750 for the fencing of the North Jefferson Street / Old L&S property. Do I have such a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under budget revisions, I'll ask for a motion to approve the 4 budget revisions as we went over in the work session. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion. Second.
A motion by Commissioner Townsend, a second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with any one of the budget revisions? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We have no merchant purchases, no board appointments under award of bids. I need a motion to approve the 4 bids submitted below. Do I have such a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with any one of the bids? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under personnel action, as we discussed in the work session, we'll take up these first 2 together. So I'll ask for a motion to approve to hire Stephen Copper Posey and Logan Tyler Martin as corrections officers. Both of them will be effective 2/21/23, pending a drug screening on both of them. To have such a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And I'll ask for a motion to approve the engineer Mark Massey, constitutional authority to hire temporary drivers in the solid waste department for minimum of 30 days each until approved or non-temporary classification employees at the next approval available commission meeting. Do I have such a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale, to have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
All right. Under merit increases, we have several of them. I'll ask for a motion to approve everybody on there.
I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion with any one of them? Just thank them all for their service. Couldn't make it without our employees. So, that said, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Engineers report, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We only have one subdivision for your guys' consideration today. This is Clark subdivision. This is a replat of tracks 1 and 2. It's a minor subdivision for preliminary and final approval, creating 3 lots from those 2 in District 1. It's on the east side of Hayes Mill Road.
I'll ask for a motion to submit the one loan.
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
All right.
Second.
Second by motion by Mr. Sammet, second by Mr. Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
They was in a hurry on that one. That's the first time we've only had one little small one like that.
Yeah.
All right, under other business, I'll ask for a motion to approve to sell the 2 items on gov deals.
I'll make a motion, Mr.
Motion by
Chairman.
Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call the vote.
Commissioner Salmon?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. No executive session, report of officers, Commissioner Samet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to mention that we're getting into spraying season, first of next month?
I'm not sure. I'll have to reach out as far as the start time.
If anybody wants to get their signs out, they need to get them out, and if not, they're going to be sprayed. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that, and hopefully it'll get warm one of these days and quit raining. I don't know. I know it don't do any good to put any chemicals out with the rain, but anyway, we're getting into spraying season. Thank goodness. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Barksdale?
Okay. Ennis Road, my understanding from Mark, is he agreeable to digging that ditch out? Is that where we stand?
That's where we stand is getting the opportunity of it being dry enough to do it.
So, but he has agreed that he's gonna clean it out.
Well, that's where we left our last conversation, is putting that ditch back in place and possibly adding an additional ditch.
Okay. Our garbage program is coming along well, I understand. Knock on wood.
We are wide on. Yes, sir.
Well, good. Subdivision regulations. Christie and I were talking about that earlier.
We've got the new assistant engineer in place. That's his main priority is subdivisions. He has been reviewing our subdivision regulations. He's made a few comments on what I had prepared. And so Drew and I will review those and try to get something in a position that can be reviewed by you guys and then ultimately advertised.
I look forward to that. Paving, I guess the paving season has started out in District 2 with the Rogers Group paving Capshaw and Dupree Worthy, so be on the lookout for workers. We like them, like to keep them. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you, Bingo. Thank you, Commissioner Gatlin.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know several of you spoke again this morning about the asphalt plant. Some of you spoke 2 weeks ago. I drove it yesterday from my driveway to the front of the plant's 2 miles, so I understand your thoughts and concerns. I drive by it on a regular basis and see the truck traffic and so forth. After the last meeting, I did ask our county attorney to look into it to see if there was any actions that the county commission could take for us preventing or mitigating the open asphalt plant. He's looking for reasonable options. I mean, right now, it's not a lot to us. I know different people have different thoughts for what reasonable options are. I do understand that. That is something we're looking at. And one thing he did elaborate on, each of you that's got different issues about it, that it might be a good idea if you look at, if you feel like it's don't pose a health threat or nuisance to you or your property, that you might want to look at avenue for us, seeking your own legal counsel. But we're still looking at if we can find a reasonable option. But this time, we're just kind of, still kind of seeing what those options may be at some point in time. But I do understand your thought. Like I said, I'm 2 miles from there, so it's not that. I know people said Commissioner Gatlin said this or said that, but trust me, I understand where you're coming from. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Townsend.
Yeah, I know I said previously we was going to work on Grigsby Ferry. We kind of got delayed putting in some pipe. We're actually going to start that today and try to get those pipes replaced, hopefully this week if we can get it to work out. We went on and replaced the ones on Dawson Dupree, and I think we got that one in good shape now. I think we're going to try to put a head wall on it. May have to close it again once they do that, but just, everybody out there, please be aware when the workers are out there working on that. And watch for my pothole guys, because they're going to be out 5 days this week trying to catch up on these potholes, because this weather and this rain and the cold has really made them pop up. So we're trying to get those under control. So other than that, that's all I've got, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I've got a couple of things here. Like I said last month, this is Career Tech Month. I've got a proclamation. I'm going to go down Thursday and dedicate it to the Career Tech School program kids. That is a great program, one of the ace in the holes our education system has, training the workforce for the future. I mean, Layla right up here is one of she came here from us, the Career Tech program, and she was one of the ladies that we took in as a co-op, we're ready to work, and it's really worked out well, so that is a great program, and I want to thank Mr. Vince Green and what they do down there. So anyways, this is also National FFA Week. I'm supporting FFA. Got on my gold tie, my blue shirt, my pen here, and my corn socks. I'm not going to show you my socks, but it was my first elected office I ever held was in the FFA, and just taught me a lot of skills I still learn today. So I want to thank National FFA Week. Well, one of the things I want to kind of bring up attention and just discussion here just a second. The city of Decatur approved yesterday in their commission meeting, town council meeting, to move the hoarding house from down at Greenbrier to Decatur. They've reached out to us several times about, helping cut tree limbs and all, and the city of Decatur, my understanding, is going to pay $900,000+ to do this thing. But me and Mark has had several people look at it. I know that up in District 1 right now, they're trimming tree limbs right now up on Mooresville Road to where they can do the paving. We have some serious tree limb issues all over the county, and I don't know, this may be a time while we look at, if we're going to have to help them get this house through there for this museum, we may have to look into maybe even getting a contract tree service to come in, or, the odds being maybe hiring a true tree trimming crew that just works pure tree trimming, because we always needing trees to storm and all this. So that's just something to kind of throw in y'all's brain, because they're talking about starting that this summer, and there's a lot of big trees there that's got that thing was, what was it, Mark? It was 32 feet wide or something, and
Yeah,
when they're going to take down power lines and everything. I mean, it's going to be a major
the
undertaking.
estimate for the route to do the tree cutting and trimming for the route that really the only route option that they have is,
Is that not in the 900,000?
I don't think so.
So they're wanting in
They're
our
wanting our-
pocketbook?
They're essentially wanting all the entities that are surrounding that property to assist in preserving it. And what they've asked the county to do is to provide to cut the trees along the route. And then the utility company is relocating power lines, and then I think Huntsville has kicked in money or has committed the money for relocation, and Decatur has committed money, and so it's kind of all the entities surrounding it to try to get that house relocated, preserved. And so I think the estimate that we got was almost $100,000 for vegetation removal.
Our part.
Yeah. And I mean, that's maybe an opportunity for us to look into, getting a bucket truck and a couple of guys to, to do this, or, because I mean, as a county, this is a service that we need all the time anyways, but either that or get somebody on, look at a contract or something. But, the thing is they're going to reach out to us to help with this, and I mean, I know that it's coming, and that's one of the things I just want to bring to y'all's attention, that the city of Decatur has paid to their portion of it. So, just food for thought. I mean, I know a lot of times during the paving season, we have limbs here and there that dump trucks can't get under, and this, that, and the other, and it may be something that we could capitalize on and have for future growth and future things. But,
So everybody's share, we're probably looking at $1.5 million to move it.
and they're moving it actually over, and I mean, they're making a museum out of it for the Scottsboro boys, and it's a natural historical marker. So,
How much of that's annexed property? I mean, how much of it's city of Decatur's? How much of it's city of Huntsville?
Well, they're moving it to the city of Decatur. It's coming from the city of Huntsville property, and then they're traveling through Limestone County.
all of that down there.
Unincorporated
Well,
Limestone
it is
County.
unincorporated Limestone County.
They're going to come Bibb Garrett out to 30. There was a 4-day move. It was a major undertaking. I mean, in the majority of the roads they're traveling is unincorporated Limestone County. So,
When it was moved out there, it was cut in half, so I suspect they'll cut it in half again.
I'm just
I don't know. I think they will be moving it in two pieces from the moving plan I saw.
Have to, it'd be so wide.
I just know Kennedy had reached out to us here a while back, and we actually looked. They showed us the route and stuff. This has been a process going on for a year and a half now, I guess.
Yeah.
And but it's just, I just wanted y'all to be aware that that's something they will reach out to us on. And as far as I know, that it's something that we desperately need all over the county. It's not just in one area. I know we get farmers all the time and all this, and other people that's saying truck drivers and stuff with tree limb issues, school buses. So it's maybe something that we look at, furthering our services later on too. But anyways, and I just wanted to. Today is starting the Mardi Gras. I know tonight they're having a canned food drive out here on the square. So it's Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday. So that's me. I'm Fat Tuesday. So let's go. But anyways, so all that said, we will adjourn until March the 6th of 2023. Right here where we're at, 9 o'clock. Thank y'all.